Hello, truckers and adventurers. Welcome back to RoadCraft. It's a Tuesday. It's a hot Tuesday. Very, very hot. We are on the Deluge map, and I did a little off-camera work over the weekend, and I got a couple of the infrastructures up and going. I think the last two infrastructures, if you may remember, I had the one going from the sawmill over to this production facility, and they were getting stuck in this bog here, and I laid just a little bit of sand down, just enough to cover up the mud, not really getting us above water too much, but that route is going. They do get a little bit hung up somewhere in here. Right there, you can see, but they get through, so they're doing well there. I also ran another infrastructure, and I did not know this was going to happen, but I ran one. I had to go from the production facilities over to the concrete slab facilities, and when that route got completed, the concrete slab production got built, and now if I go to bridges, I can now build concrete bridges, which, you know, I'm at the very end of the map. Now you give me concrete bridges, of course they do. But we are like somewhere around 89% done with this map currently. If we go to objectives, I don't have any side missions, but two main missions come up. And really, I've already done a couple of the things. This one here, I had to replace the pipes, which I've already done. And I got to deliver a valve there to get the backup geez, boy, words are hard today. Backup pump station going. And then I also got to go over here and clear up some debris and run electricity to it. But I've already run electricity over to here, so this got clear up the debris. And that's what we're going to start off with today. Hello, John. Welcome. Hope you're having a good Tuesday so far. I'm glad today is the end, going to be the end of the major heat wave. We'll see. Yeah, it's supposed to be a little bit hotter today than it was yesterday. It's already 95 degrees in my room, so I'm thrilled. But by the end of the week, the high temperature is only going to be 65, so like a 30-degree drop by the end of the week, so it's going to feel kind of nice. But we're managing. We are managing. So I got the links here. I just got to go over 200 meters that way to clear up this area. First, I just got to get out of this mess that I'm in. Kind of forgot why I was in here. I think I rolled over something. That's why I was in here. Trying to get something out. Now I want to get my links out. I don't know what I got to move over here, so I'm kind of hoping it's nothing too serious. Ooh, that links can sure climb a flipping wall, can it? All right, just squeeze on through here. Yep, there you go. All right, we're making headway. Nope. Let's not get stuck on any rocks or anything, please. Hello, Miles. Welcome. Hope you're having a good Tuesday. Appreciate you stopping on in today. Yeah, I tried to do a little bit of off-camera work on some games last night, and after about a half an hour, I just gave up. It was just too hot. I tried to look at some maps for Farming Simulator, because yesterday we did complete the Dark Forest series. Alright, what am I moving here? Oh, I'm going to need a crane for this stuff. Oh, that's a lot of big stuff. Where do I have stuff even on this map now? I kind of forgot here. What do we have? Anything over here? What's this? Nope, that lays power lines. That's all my sawmill stuff. Okay, so I guess I'm going to have to get a crane over here. Well, I think what we will do... Just trying to remember where I left everything. Dump truck, wheel loader. Let's go ahead and we will switch up jobs here. Nope, not that one, sorry. We'll bring this one. Let's start tracking this one. This one should be a little bit easier. This mule is already at the production facility. We're going to recall this one. Let's go to the industrial base. So basically got to pick up a valve and install a valve, I do believe. And then I'll find out where one of my big cranes are, and we'll get the crane over to that area and start emptying out that facility. I could probably get some of that stuff out with the Scout, but let's be honest, it would probably be painful to do and painful to watch. Scooch it around here. Bombs away. Strap it in. So again, we got 2 convoys currently going, and what I've been doing off camera is occasionally I go in, look at the infrastructure, see which ones I got all the rewards on, and I stop the convoys and delete the routes just because I know it is nice to see the other vehicles coming and going around the map, but at the same time it can be troublesome when you got multiple ones on the same route, or if I happen to be working in an area and one of them comes along and T-bones me. I kind of forgot. Where am I going with this, though? Yes, up there. Alright, so should be pretty easy now that I got the sand down for the road. Man, I got 43 fuel on this map, and I'm probably not going to use any of it. Who put that dump truck there? There's only one person that would do that, and that'd be you. Come on, get, nope, nope, nope. Don't you dare even tip over. There we go. Do I do American Truck Simulator streams? We do. Not that often. I at least get out at least one video of ATS per week. And if I do fall behind on recording, then I'll stream ATS for the week. But I'd say like once every 2, maybe 3 weeks we'll stream it. When a new map comes out, I stream that day and kind of tour the map as much as we can. This road used to be a complete pain, but now with the sand down, it's going to be a piece of cake to get up here. Now, hopefully we can finish this map pretty quick today. I don't know how long it'll take me, but I would like to finish up this map and then get back over to the Sauron. So I don't know how to pronounce that map, the sand map. Get back to that one, which we are like 70% done with that one now too. We're kind of cruising along on the other map. Wonder what happens when I get this pipe installed. We're gonna see some more water levels go down. $2,200 experience, 4,800 cash, and we're almost level 17. Alright, so now I gotta find... Oh, we got a side mission now. Clean up the river. Okay. Alright, so I can come over here and mosey along here. I assume. Alright, so before... Boom, let's find out where my cranes are first off. We got a rusty crane down there. Where is this crane? Oh, this crane's already at the industrial base. Alright, so up around the production facilities, up and around. I could build a bridge, but I don't see the need to. Alright, let's hop into this crane here. You're new to this game, can you explain the basics? If you know the game SnowRunner, it's made by the same people who did SnowRunner. So basically, RoadCraft, you go to cities, basically, if you want to call them cities, where they've been hit by natural disasters or whatnot, and you got to rebuild roads, infrastructures, move things around, is basically what you're doing, and do some tasks to get the community back on its feet. And the road, when I say roads, I use that kind of in quotation marks. They are roads. We'll have to possibly lay sand down to get through some muddy areas, pave some asphalt. You can build bridges. You can play it as a solo player. I think you can have up to 5 people in a co-op if you want. It's like this little bit of a river I'm going through. I had to lay some sand down because the mud was rather thick and my vehicles could not get through. And actually here comes a vehicle I have doing some cargo movement. Is there a North Carolina map? I don't think so. I think so far it's been mostly Africa and parts of Europe. This is the road I want, right? Come out here and yes. I should probably track this one so I know what I'm doing and what I need to do when I get there. Then I'm going to need the crane to get over to the other place and remove all that material. Hopefully this crane can remove everything we need to. Not sure if I've been out over here this far yet. Maybe I have been.
That part of the river is looking a bit clogged up. Just like the second stall in our office bathroom. Nothing we can't handle, right? Unlike the office maintenance crew.
Okay, a little bit of a drop off there. Let's see if what I can reach with where we're at. Come on, log, don't get stuck. The log is stuck. Rotate it this way. Are you still going to be stuck underneath that? I feel like this dropping off this edge and getting down there, but I'm not sure. I might get stuck. Well, you think that log would just... What is that log stuck on? Alright, that's just ridiculous here. Let's see if I can... Maybe it's stuck on another log elsewhere. Alright, well that log can come out. I better put this log on this other side here, because if I need to drop down, I don't want to be driving over it. I was just going to lay it down on front, but then my mind was like, if you got to drive down there, then you have to drive over or move it again. So I'm sure there's going to be other material on the other side. Okay, let's see if it moves now. Well, it seems to move now, so that's all we care about. And I just got to drop it out of the zone. I wonder if it'll float back down into the dam. Can I reach the other ones? I can, but we got a slight problem. That is... it's hung up on something else. Oh, I can grab that one, though. Hello, Did Smooth. Welcome. Hope you're having a good Tuesday so far. Now, I want to drop this crane down to the lower part, but I might get stuck doing so. Hopefully we can grab this other piece now. Looks like we can. But, yeah, you can see I got more logs. Another spool I'm going to have to remove. I'm not doing too bad, considering the weather conditions currently. Yeah, but not too bad, thank you for asking. A little hot, but in 24 hours from now it'll be a lot cooler. So I look forward to that. Can we grab that other piece? Oh, we can. I'm guessing that spool, though, is going to be a little bit too far. Well, let's see if I can reach. I'm going to say no. Well, I can reach whatever that is. I'm not sure what it is, but let's try to get it out of there. Probably going to be a barrel. I was right. occasionally I am right. Now, of course, in real life, you wouldn't want to drop this material right back off in the water because it's going to float right back down to the dam. But seeing the game just wants me to get it out of the zone. Yep, that's as far as I can reach. So, I will do this. We'll do this. Alright, now I got to get myself out of the situation I turned myself into when the first log kind of got stuck. I'm a little bit nervous about just... No. Let's just go over the edge here, see what happens. Oh, that wasn't... That was nothing. That was a piece of cake. Let's grab the spool first. I think that's the spool we're grabbing. Is this the last piece? If I don't get stuck on the dam itself. There we go. Clean up the river. And we also hit level 17.
That river's flowing smoothly now, thanks to you. Excellent work.
Thanks, Kelly. Now I need this at the other job. So we're going to recover this back to the industrial base. And mosey on over. To clear out that area. Drive should be a little bit better. Does kind of suck just a bit that as you near the end of this map is when you get the concrete production up and going, and that's when we can finally build concrete bridges. Wait a minute, you gotta remember where I'm going. Can I go? Yeah, I do want to go this way. Actually, no, I want to go over to here, so I want to... I take that back. Not to the sawmill. I thought it was right next to the sawmill, but it's actually a little further away, so we want to take this route. But I guess the good news is if you want to build a concrete bridge, well, at that point you do have 60 slabs in storage. I don't know, maybe... Even though we are near the end of this map, maybe the last quest will be like, you got to build this big bridge. You know those 60 slabs of concrete that you have? It's time to put them to use. Hopefully I don't get stuck here. Does get a little muddy on this road. There's not quite through the section yet. And then try to remember how deep that water hole is, so maybe I'll go a little bit to the left. Not only is it a water hole, I have no idea what's in there. Well, there's our links, so we came out right where we need to be, but that's no surprise because we saw on the map. And let's go ahead and let me get up the job so we know what we got to clear out here. Probably get on this other side. That seems like where most of the material is. Alright, pretty much whatever it wants to grab first will grab. At least that's what we're capable of grabbing. And just drop it anywhere. This map here definitely was a challenge. It took a while to get to where we're at. Don't know how many hours I actually got on the map. But it's definitely the map I got the most hours on of all the ones we've done so far. But from what John has said, the last map is a oh boy type of map. So I can only imagine what the last map is going to have in store for us. But I look forward to the challenge. And that's the fun part about like this game and also like SnowRunner are the challenges that it gives you. Yeah, we'll grab that. Needs to be removed anyways, right? And what do I got? This grate that's left. Is there more on the back side of the building or... Nope. That did it. Prepare the port for generator and pump arrival. My guess is I'm going to have to move the generator and pump.
Okay, this is it. Are you ready? Rhetorical question, of course. I know you always are. All that's left to do is plot the routes to supply the construction efforts with the resources they need. Then, bring the new pump and generators from the port to the dam.
Well, damn. Alright, restore the dam and stop the flooding. No more side missions. Let me look at the other infrastructures that we got going on. All rewards received, so I'm going to go ahead and close these out. And All awards received. Yes, good. Cancel route. Clear route. Alright. So that just leaves... It says plan a route. Let me see what route we got to do. So concrete slabs to the dam. Concrete slabs to the dam. Well, dam. That should not be difficult. I think. I may have to do some road work up here. Do I want to go a different route? No, probably not. I have not done any of the road work in here to make this any better. So I think we will run it around. Alright, so the one thing that, as we know, can make this job very difficult is if we get 18-wheelers that are going to be taking this route, then we know I might have to do a little bit more work to take care of this. We get a general route in here. We've had routes on here before, so... And I'm going to have my dump truck and wheel loader in the way over here, but that's... We'll take care of that in just a moment. Just plodding the way. So it all depends on what vehicles are going to be doing this here. My guess is it's probably going to be 18-wheelers. And I might have to lay some asphalt. Let's watch out for the potholes on the bridge. Where do I need to go? Alright, down. Still got a lot of pinpoints I could put down, so we're not anywhere near that right now. So, I mean, this is just a rough route. I'm sure, as we all know, they're not going to make it on the first go. If they do, I'll be surprised. But at least it's a good start. Before I dispatch them, let's actually hop over and we'll get that dump truck and wheel loader out of the way. Hello, Farmer G. Welcome. Hope you're having a good Tuesday. Appreciate you stopping on in for a little RoadCraft action. And let's move the wheel loader. Let's get that into marching mode. Okay, so I think the route is clear. So let's dispatch. Well, it's not an 18-wheeler, so that's a good start. A cement mixer. A cement mixer followed by a cement mixer. Oh wow, I can't even get out of out of the area. The AI drivers are very helpful with one another. Alright, open up and then edit this one just to go a little bit more that way and dispatch. can't remember if these are all-wheel drive and diff lock or not on these vehicles. Well, they're not all-wheel drive, and they're probably not diff lock, and already they are stuck. Gotcha. So, gonna have to lay sand down here. Is this in a quarry? No, it is not. Of course it is not, but we're not too far from sand. Alright. Deliver the object. Alright, so they're all going to the dam. And they're all down here at the port. I'm not sure exactly what we're picking up. Wait, where's my scout vehicle? Let's take the scout vehicle down to the port. And let's just have a look to see how big these boxes are. And I guess they're still on the barge, I would assume. I assume... Well, I don't know what to assume. The first one, then skip, then the next two. Yeah, I don't think the mule is going to transport that stuff. Well, the good news is we got the crane down here already, the big crane. I think I can even use these cranes here as well. I need to find our low loader. Oh, I know where the low loader is. Never mind. I know exactly where it is. Kind of. It's where I built the dam. I hope I can put at least the two big items on here. And I don't know, maybe if I get a little spicy, maybe I'll even put all three on here. Alright, so this is going to take a little bit of time to do, so it's not going to be like this, the 1, 2, 3, and let's move on to the other map. This is going to take a while, but I would like to finish up this map today, and this might be the last jobs that we have here, because when we started today I was like 90% done, and we've already completed a couple of jobs, and we got this one here, so I think this would probably do it. But those cement trucks are going to be a problem in a few spots. But I'd rather have those than 18-wheelers. Wow, I'm really up to $370,000 in the bank account. Not sure how expensive the other vehicles are going to be as we level up and that we unlock. But one would think I would have enough money to purchase them. Only trouble with the modded maps is no Kelly. I mean, she's fun to talk to. She's kind of like my Cindy from ATS, really. Okay, so coming back with the load through here is going to be problematic. Just when you think you've done over enough of the roads and you get to the last mission, you're like, yeah, should be all set. And it's like, no, we're gonna, you know, the roads you haven't done yet, those are the ones you gotta fix. I'm wondering if, when it's coming back, if I do get over there to begin with, if the scout is going to be enough help to get this through these muddy areas with the cargo in the back. Because I'm pretty sure it's going to weigh quite a bit with all three back there. Well, we are moving forward. Not at a good pace, but we are moving forward. I may look at the other route on the way back, which means going up by the sawmill and going around that way, because that road is somewhat done over in some areas. But I think what I might do is, once we get to port, get these loaded up, I may switch over to the infrastructure road I need to build and try to get that up and going. Well, step one, make it to the port. We've made it to the port. Let's not go over the edge. Alright, so I should be able to use this crane, right? Wait, which way? Nope. Move the crane over here. Also, let me get the objective up, because that would be very helpful. And that way we can actually see what I'm picking up. Oh, wait a minute, they just... Interesting, now they just moved it to this platform. I mean, alright. That's good enough for me. Alright, now I'll grab the second one. Gotta fine tune it here. I think we'll call that good. Let me get into the truck. I want to strap those in because they are loaded. They will strap. Okay. So the cargo is technically on the trailer, so that's good. I don't know if weight distribution actually matters. I want to say it does. Also at this point, it's like just get it on there. Well, it's all strapped in. The question is, am I ready to go? That's the point. So I just came through here, which as we saw was rather muddy when it was empty. This route isn't that much better. But I got to get to the dam. Just trying to see. Ooh, boy. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think what we'll do is, like I said, let's grab the dump truck. Let's go back to industrial base. And we'll kind of work on this road where the cement trucks got stuck. Yeah, on this map it's still raining, but we've been on the other map, of course, the Saurian map. And haven't had a drop of rain on that one. So I should be able to fill up with some sand somewhere in this corner. Because we're not too far from a quarry. I'll refill with sand right here. Thought I'd go up the road a little bit more, but... Let me get facing the way I want to face. That way I have to turn around with it full of sand. Wait, I'm coming from... I think I'm on this road, right? Yes, that road. Almost started laying sand on the wrong road. Just trying to get enough sand to cover up the mud. Don't know how muddy this road is, so we're just going to lay down sand as much as we can. I'll have to get another dump truck load, but let's get the wheel loader. Yeah, I think we're on the last job for Deluge, so... but it's not going to be that simple. This route that we're getting together, it's got a long ways to go, and these cement trucks don't have all-wheel drive. They might have diff lock, it was kind of hard to see, but they're definitely not all-wheel drive. And deliver objects, well, we got them loaded on the low loader. Now I just got to bring them all to the dam, which is a little bit of a journey as well. And I think I'm going to get stuck quite often. This should do us well. So I think once we get this section done, I think the cement trucks might get all the way around the river. But once they start going up and going around another sand quarry, it might get a little tricky for them. But one step at a time. I did mention it in yesterday's last stream of Dark Forest that over the weekend I was on the other map laying down some sand, and I was using the scraper as a mobile quarry, and man, that thing is well worth it. Unfortunately, on a map like this, it's hard to find sandy areas. Is that going to be enough? think it's going to do well enough, but we'll see here in just a moment. Push some sand back this way. Again, I don't think just by fixing this road, we got more to fix further down the line, but this is a good start. Alright, I may have to move the dump truck as well. I want to... Thank you. Wanted to get in here. Alright, so with infrastructures, they will just start off where they last failed. So we'll open this up and dispatch. I don't think they have diff lock either. Are you guys really having trouble just even on the sand? Are you going to tell me I want to pave this whole area? Okay, I realize you're going through... Oh, boy. So the first truck is trying to back up, and the second one's trying to go forward. Oh, that route is gonna... It's gonna be a hassle. I may have to do a lot of paving for that. Well, let's... as the game tries to figure out what it wants to do. There it goes. Let's see how far I can make it with this load without any help going around the sawmill route. I don't expect this to go that well either. But we're going to go out a different way than what we came in. I don't know, maybe the extra weight will help me. I'm not sure. Maybe it'll help me get better grip. The way I'm going to look at this journey, getting these over to the dam, is that, well, I've left the port. And we made it far. Alright, luckily the scout vehicle is... Wait, where did I put that? There it is. Need some assistance. It's not stuck in mud, it's just... doesn't have enough grip to get up the hill. Let's turn on the towing truck, because why wouldn't you? And do I want to give it assistance through here? May as well. Don't like hearing noises behind me. Yeah, I'm starting to think maybe work on just getting this stuff delivered to the dam and the infrastructure road that for the cement trucks. I may have to do that another day. We may skip over to the other map. That way we can get some more things done because those cement trucks are going to take some time. This map I went full on RoadCraft and made sand roads everywhere. It took days, but made life so much easier. I can't help myself. I always try to see what I can get by with before I make roads. I mean, we're getting up to the sawmill where it's going to get rather muddy. So I'm not sure if we're going to get through or not. But I've been surprised before about how well in some areas I get through when I didn't think I would get through. And there's some other areas I'm thinking that should be a piece of cake and I don't get through at all. A little more rain never hurt anyone either. So, made it to the sawmill. But this dark area we're coming up onto, that's not asphalt, that is mud. And I expect that we're not probably going to get through, but we'll just give it a go. Trying to stay more off to the side. So I do have an infrastructure that ran through here. Just another, looks like 1,200 meters to go. And that's as the crow flies. So, not exactly sure how many meters we'll be traveling, but it's going to be more than that 1,200. What's... Oh, okay, this one I did not put sand down in. Well, YOLO. Everything is still back there. Come on, Lynx. I think we're going to get through that one. It just needs a little bit of assistance. So the next mud hole we're coming up to, I did lay down some sand for the infrastructure road that was going through, so it should be a little bit better. I'm not sure if cargo can come unstrapped like it does in SnowRunner or not. Let's not get stuck here. Ooh. How about low gear? Make the tires spin this a little bit less. How about if I pull on the winch? That pulls me back. Well, that kind of sucked. Well, I could do one of two things. I'm not that far from where the wheel loader is. We'll try to give it from assistance from behind. Would have just said what I needed to, but I realized I can't afford a new controller. Rage quit is real on this map. Yeah, we got about maybe halfway done, and I've been switching back and forth to another map. So when this map is like, okay, I need a break, I go to another map. I'm doing the middle map on this column, the Soar. Almost we're doing the Soarin map, whatever it's called. And when I go to that map seems like it's a breeze compared to what we're doing here. Hoping I can get around the Scout and the truck and the trailer to get behind it. Can we not? Nope, nope, nope. And that always happens. Oh, man. Oh, wait, it started back up. Just trying to get my wheel loader back upright. There we go. Can we get out of that mud that I sank into? Yeah, the marching mode for the wheel loader kind of sucks a bit because the blade is so high. Just want to flatten this sand out here from what I just created. But I may tip over in here as well. Alright, this, I just need to put this into manual mode. Get that blade lower, that's ridiculous. Problem with manual mode is it will move the terrain around. And I don't want to make it worse. I mean, I do got the Scout vehicle here if I tip over to maybe upright the wheel loader. That doesn't always work. Ooh, wow. I'm not sure if the park and brake is actually set on the truck or not. So yeah, we're pretty much stuck on something. I'm just trying to Problem is I can't get the camera low enough because the terrain all around it is going to be in the way. I'm trying to see what I might be stuck on. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, you always got it. Oh, it says towing on. How about if I lift up the trailer a bit? Is the trailer what's stuck? I think it was a trailer that was stuck. I did move forward a bit. Hang on a second. Let me get the blade underneath it. Yeah, I thought I was moving a little bit, but maybe not as much. I wonder if that'll keep it high enough. No, it's on. Well, was not expecting that. It's a trailer's landing feet. Could be. Bring your new dozer over from the other map. Yeah, I might just go to the other map at this point. I mean, I'm not frustrated from being stuck here, but I want to get a lot of things. I want to get things done here, and we're kind of doing that. But I was not expected to get stuck just quite here. Let me just try moving this forward a little bit more. Don't know if that's going to do anything. We are moving a tad. Not much, but we are moving a tad. Yeah, if I laid down sand, it would have been a lot easier, but now here we are. I think if I can get some forward momentum, I might be good to go. Okay, I just want to leave this here for reference. Got the parking brake on that. I just want to see, because that way if I am moving, we'll know about it. Yeah, but it doesn't look like I am moving at all. I really don't have that much room between the pole. I know what you're saying about put the Scout on the pole, then wedge to the truck, move it forward. I mean, it may gain, you know, if it gains me enough, maybe that's all I need, but there isn't that much space there currently. I'm not sure if it'll be enough, but no, not enough. Not enough. Yeah, because see, now it won't let me pull in anymore. That's about the most we can pull in. Oh, wait a minute. And now she's going to move. She's moving to the grooving. No, not again. We're almost to the sand. We're almost to the good stuff. I'm pretty sure if I get on the sand, that's not going to allow me enough good grip. All right, let's get back in the dozer. And give it a kiss. I can't, again, in the same spot, trying to figure out exactly what's causing it to get stuck. Towing trailer is on. Well, we got another telephone pole. I can try that again. Let me get on the extreme side of the pole. Ooh, not gonna. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it doesn't want to pull in anymore. I don't think I can winch to anything further behind because the pole's going to be in the way, but we'll try that. No, the pole is in the way. I can attach to that. No, the winch doesn't have the strength. Yeah, it looked like we were doing okay. I may have moved it forward some. Yeah, I think I think it might be time just to say, yeah, it's not going to quite work. And yeah, I still got the bug from day one on the line staying on the Scout. Now this like it is jerking it forward though. Not by a lot. It is moving forward, but oddly enough, we just can't get it to go any further than that. At some point it will. Nah, I'm too stubborn to grab a crane. I want to get it done what we got here at this point. I wish it would remind us to keep the truck on. It's one of those things I really wish I could see underneath where it was stuck. Oh, wait a minute. The wheel loader has done it. Well, a combination of things have done it. I don't think that is on. I don't see the wheels even turning on it. And now the wheels are turning. You know, it'd just been better if I could see underneath the trailer exactly where it was getting stuck. Actually, I think when I take it to the top of this hill, I'm going to disconnect from the Scout. The road should be pretty good for quite a while. And all the cargo is still there. Okay, that's the other main thing. Although I say it's pretty good. Watch me get stuck in like 30 seconds. And we're not even halfway there. So there's that. Watch one of these things come unstrapped going over the bridge and it flies into the river. I feel pretty good about this until I get up to the backup pumping station. But once where I stop putting down sand, that could be where we get stuck again. Because it's been a while since I've been on that part of the road and I don't remember exactly how muddy it is. Hello, Skender. Hope you're having a good Tuesday. And Panther Killer, same thing. Hope your Tuesday's gone well. Are you going to have grip to get up this hill? Of course, once I get to the dam, or if we get to the dam today, I'm not sure if we will or won't, going to need to unload this. Not sure what I'll use. I know the mule can pick up, I think that's a pump. I'm not sure what the other containers are, if they're too heavy. We don't have enough grip to get up this hill. How about low gear? Well, alright. Not enough grip to get up that hill? Well, that just means grab the scout vehicle, which I left. Wait, where did I leave that? Right here. Did a blind person make some roads? Yes, yes I did. What truck is that? The semi with the low loader? It's a truck. I have no idea what kind of truck it is. It's a rusty one, that's all I know. Alright, you just need a little bit of assistance, do you? Let's make sure you're on. And you know what? Since we're here, might as well just keep it on for a moment, because we are going to be going up a hill. Most of the time I'm sending stuff down this hill, not going up it. So yeah, you can see the sand. When that bends to the left, I got to go past that, stay on this road. And I don't remember how muddy it is, because it's been a while since I've been on that section. I know it is muddy-ish, but don't know if it's going to be enough to get us stuck. So going through this old logging camp with the sawdust on the ground, I think it gets rather soft in here. Yeah, maybe it's not as bad as I thought it was. Probably really don't need to be pulling this anymore, but I'll wait until we get out to the dam. Alright, Lynx, you can stay there. So now I just need to bring a vehicle up here to unload this stuff and put it in place. So I'm guessing the pump goes to the lower section, and since that is on top, or are they both going down to that lower section? Okay, so I thought the two went up here, but it looks like they are on the lower level anyways. Now, of course, as mentioned earlier, I probably could have brought this over, made 3 trips with mules. But it was rather fun getting this over here this way. At least for me it was. Actually, no, one pump over here and one crate over here, so... Alright. Where... I did use one mule, but I forgot where I left it. Oh, there's one right up here. Which is not far from where we are, so that works out. Hopefully I can get the crane over the truck. If not, then we'll find another way to do it. Did leave some pretty good ruts behind. If you're not carrying at least 3 jobs at once, you're not... Oh, playing it right. As far as I'm concerned, there's only one way to play a game, and that's just to have fun with it. Everyone's going to play games differently, but if you're having fun doing so, that's the whole point. Can I just squeeze between these steps, please? It'd be nice if you also uncrated that stuff. Off with the anchors. Uh-oh, don't tell me my anchor is stuck underneath the trailer. Oh, there we go. It's free. Oh, no, no, no. Too busy watching one thing and not watching what my truck is even doing. I don't think I got room for the anchors, so let's try just... I don't know how heavy these containers are. Okay, let's try the anchors. Come on. Get off the trailer. All right, I think I got it. I think I got it off the trailer. And just park this right there. Put the anchors out now while I can. Alright. This shouldn't be an issue, but I'm pretty sure I'll find some way to make it one. Unstrap. Alright, so that's all done. These vehicles need to be moved. And because I do have an infrastructure that needs to come up here, apparently. Which we're kind of working on. So there's 2 routes I have to do. I thought it was just 1. So these cement trucks that's for this route here, they need a lot of help. Wait, did I not put the parking brake on that vehicle? I did not. There we go. So what's the other one that I need to do? They're saying 2 of them. Production facilities up to the dam. Well, all right. Let's see what pops out of here after I make a route. Now there is a divider there, so hopefully we can get through the divider no problem. Had to get my bearings there for a second. Kind of forgot where I was. Actually, I don't like that placement. Or that one. If it's 18-wheelers, then I'll probably, along with the cement trucks, be doing quite a bit amount of paving up through here. Because 18-wheelers, even on sand going uphill, do not do so well. I will say this, though. It has officially reached 100 degrees inside my room right now. Oh, man, it's hot. It is hot today, just like it was yesterday. But hotter today than yesterday. So this is just kind of like a trial run. Let's see what actually dispatches. Okay, so it's not an 18-wheeler, so that's a good start. And I do believe this truck has all-wheel drive and diff lock. Did I get through the barrier? I did. So we got 2 trucks to get on through. But that doesn't mean that after the initial route gets done that the trucks that are spawned could be 18-wheelers. So let's see if these make it up there. I have confidence in these 2 trucks to make it maybe on the first go. Say Fahrenheit, or Europeans think Celsius and freak out. Well, I mean, if they're that dumb to think it's 100 degrees Celsius and I'm doing fine, that's on them. Because I'd be pretty much boiling at that point. One would think you run a disaster relief construction company would have all off-road trucks. Yeah, that's why I said a while ago, when we had a couple of trucks, like the cement trucks, not all-wheel drive or diff lock, but I kind of understand cement trucks. But occasionally we get trucks like this without all-wheel drive or diff lock, and it's like, our job is to work in areas that are not well off, and we don't have good vehicles for them, or what? You're guessing a heat wave hitting over there? Yeah, it's outside temperature is 97 degrees Fahrenheit. It's 100 degrees inside my room. But again, I do have a gaming PC sitting like right next to me, so that's always good. Hello Arctic, welcome. Hope you're having a good Tuesday. .107 outside here up in Maine. Well, I'm in Vermont, so we're not too far from one another actually. And then by Friday, I think it's highs are only going to be like 65, so like a 30-degree swing in a couple of days. It's going to feel nice though. So these trucks should make it no problem. The question is, once they get the initial route done, what is going to spawn down there? It's the cement trucks over from the concrete slab production facility that are going to give you a problem running all the way over here. They're getting stuck even on sandy roads. Now, of course, my sandy roads are probably not what some of you would consider good roads. I consider them good enough, but not for the cement trucks. So, yep, they made it just fine. The question that we're going to have is, once they get in, what is actually going to spawn? Alright, so it looks like the same type of truck. So, I don't have to worry about them getting up the hill. Was that a one-time thing on that route, or reward? It doesn't say remaining reward, or maybe it's just one truck. Well, it doesn't matter. We'll just let that keep on running. So my current objectives, I don't have any side missions. The only main mission I got left is get the other infrastructure road up and going. If you're wondering what that one is like, it's this one here. And even going downhill, the cement trucks are getting stuck even in the sand. It's not level enough, so I'll have to take care of that. They should be good. I would assume maybe all the way to here. There's a hill here, but that ground is pretty solid. Around here, they should have no problem. But going up here, the cement trucks could have an issue. And again, going up the sand road, they could have an issue not being all-wheel drive and diff lock. So that may need to be paved. I'm not sure. But once they get around to here, they should do fine. Let me go ahead and just see. I just want to follow this one truck and see when this truck completes. Is that all we need to get done, is one delivery? To get all the rewards on it. And then once this gets to the dam, we're going to switch over to the other map. Because I did do some prep work over the weekend. We got a couple of jobs we can get done rather quickly there. Knock off a few things. Of all things, I got the road going right over that one rock. But I don't want to interrupt the route for one rock. Tell the concrete truck driver triple pay if they don't get stuck. Some people just don't care. Yeah, we're still waiting for the... I think we're still waiting for the June update for RoadCraft, which will give us more vehicles. I kind of forgot what was in the update, but more vehicles I know for one. I don't think we've gotten the June update yet. So the thing is, this last infrastructure I got to do with the cement trucks, that is the main quest line. So I do need to get that done eventually to get to the currently the last map that we have. Of course, we'll get more maps coming out in September, I think it is, if you got the DLC, which I ended up getting myself. So we got to make sure that we get everything done as we can by the time September gets here. So when the DLC drops, we're good to go. So it's got to wait for this truck to go on in and disappear, and then I'll have another look to see if we got all the rewards. I can't change the camera angle. It's in auto mode. No reward. So it was a one-time trip. So we got that all done. So what we can do is we can cancel the route and clear the route. We don't need that running anymore. So that just leaves this one here to do, I do believe. Let's jump out of this. We'll return to the hub. Can't wait. New maps, vehicles, and I'm hoping the track dump truck. I didn't pre-order, so I did not get the track. I was going to say the track dump truck's in the game, but I guess if you didn't pre-order it, it wouldn't be there. So yeah, we are 97% done with Deluge, so I think the infrastructure road's all I got left. These 3 maps are 100% done. The map Sunken, I got 1 more infrastructure road to complete on that. And yeah, we're now working on the Sorgan map, 69% done. Haven't got this sand swept yet. And from what I heard, this is a doozy of a map. So, but let's jump to here. What do I got left here? I got 11 more objectives to do. 1 more side objective. Let's get on there and let's see what we can do.
It's a nice change of pace to see a place that's not falling apart here. I guess even sinkholes know better than to open under supply depots. Or they like taller structures. Like that newly built radio tower that got swallowed by one. That's why they had to reactivate the old one, which we need to fix. But sometimes there's no fixing the old things. And it's better just to let it go. Let's hope that's not the case this time.
Well, Kelly, we did all that stuff already. You're just repeating yourself every time I log in. So, a little off-camera work I did on this map. As you can see, if you remember, I had to get 11 steel pipes in storage and concrete slabs in storage also. The steel pipes I made, got them all in storage, and the concrete slabs I am buying. The reason being, yeah, the concrete slab facility is right here. There is concrete down here. The problem is, I tried using the large crane, which I don't know where I put it at this point. Oh, it's actually parked right there. Even the large crane could not reach most of this concrete and get it into the drop-off point. I got one in there, and it made like a half a slab, and I was like, you know what? I think I'll just buy the concrete slabs and do it that way, especially for the price they are. So, I need 4 more concrete slabs. And we need to get these in storage. I also started working on the road as well, which we'll see in a little bit. And that's the road going up to the Oasis gas holder. So I've been laying sand down with our scrapper or scraper. Is it a scrapper, scraper? Forgot what it was. But I got sand put down all the way up through here. But yes, it's 18-wheelers going up there, and 18-wheelers cannot go up the hill even on the sand. So we're probably going to have to pave that at some point. But first, let's get started on getting these concrete slabs in. Nope, not quite in. There we go. All right. Slide right on, that's nice. Grab that one next. Like a glove. Don't think we need it that far back. There we go. Strap it in. Alright, let's go put this into storage. And we'll complete this main quest line and see what Kelly has to say about that. Follow one of our workers here. So on this map here, even though we're just about like 70% done, I have yet to build a bridge on this map. And really the roads have been very passable, other than the 18-wheelers having some issues. A little bit of a drive back to this garage over here, but as you can see, the roads on this map are very nice, considering like the maps, the roads on Deluge, or the previous maps I played on. Alright, so I guess I got to click on it. Transfer resources. There we go. 4,050 experience. 16,100 in cash. And Kelly had nothing to say about that. Playing around. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm working on that. Do I have any side missions? I have no side missions. Alright, so I guess we're working on the route. So let's get over there. I was going to say, there's actually a boat on there. I wonder if it's actually moving. It is not moving. Alright, so the infrastructure road that I'm currently working on here. Let me make sure that this is up and going. Activate the screen. Start the engine. Activate the screener. Alright, we got ourselves a sand quarry up here now. And actually you can see how big of an area that covers. That whole area is the same size as regular quarry. At the end of, was it yesterday? No, that would have been Saturday's stream. We took our scout vehicle over here because this was all in the fog of war. So we got a little bit more to explore over here, so we'll see what that entails. But let's get back, at least for me, creating a road. And I'm just trying to see exactly what I need to be doing. And I'm just going to lay sand down because, yeah, it is 18-wheelers that are coming up here. And the amount of sand I use does not matter because we got that beautiful machine right behind us. So I do have another route that's still coming up here, I think. So I can't leave this sand like this too far. Or else they're going to get stuck. I gotta see where that infrastructure road I got is going. Yeah, pretty much going up through here. Alright, let's get the wheel loader, which should be not far. I say wheel loader, kind of forgot I'm using this thing now, which got delivered to us at the port. And this thing has been a beast. And with the blade being wider, I think it's actually making the road wider, which is nice. Road is looking good. We'll run it back the other way just to help smooth it out a little bit more if it needs it. Looks like as if there's a fifth wheel on the back of this dozer. I kind of saw that before, and I didn't know if it was for a towing strap or a fifth wheel, but who knows? Maybe they'll introduce a trailer that we can buy, a trailer store, like they have in SnowRunner at some point. See if I can zoom in a little bit better on it. I mean, that's what it looks like. So, I mean, you could be right. Alright, we got more of a road to make. I'm trying to figure out, do I want to move my mobile sand quarry or not? Thing is, I need to put it on a sandy area. And the sand you put down does not count. This spot right here looks sandy. Let's see if that's going to be a sandy area or not. And if this does count as a sandy area, that's a bonus. Oh, yep, it does. Let me just check on the other... No, the other infrastructure that was going here, I think that completed. All rewards received. Oh, yeah, I got some other ones I got to cancel out, I guess. They're still running, but that's fine. Alright, so I'm not going to have any trucks coming up here bothering me. Let's continue to make ourselves a road up here. So I did run power cable lines up through here, so I did dig a trench. So that could give me a little bit of a problem. That's why we're laying sand down all the way up through here. And yep, being a hill with sand, probably got to asphalt this as well. And these holes you see in the ground, those were made by the truck that lays the cable down. At least the sand part is almost completed here. Oh, am I out of zone? I'm out of the zone, apparently. Well, let's flatten this out. Got to make that corner very precise with 18-wheelers to get through that gate. All right, let's move the truck a little bit. I think I gotta go. I think the route goes up and around there into that building. I can see the yellow door where it's gonna be going in. Yeah, this bladed truck, if you want to call it a dozer, definitely makes the roads wider. And that rock is going to have to need to be moved. It needs to be gone. There we go. Rock be gone. You'll never hire me. I don't think I'd ever work for you anyways, so we have something in common. Alright, so either move my mobile quarry or just keep loading up the dump truck by backing up. But if I do so, I need another sandy area. I mean, it's just a little bit, but it might be a little bit more sandy over there too. I would classify this as sandy, but what does the game say about it? Alright, that covers most of it. Dump it all down there. I'm guessing up here, though, I'm out of the zone. Just barely. Alright, we'll flatten out the sand. That we can back up. Actually, kind of surprised him at the point of this is the only job I currently have. But probably once I get this done, Kelly will chime in and give me like 10 other jobs to do. Alright. I think, in my opinion, I leveled this out quite a bit. So now it's time to start laying some asphalt. And I think we're going to get ourselves a brand new asphalt paver. The one that's wider is what we're going to go for. Hopefully I can move these rocks. Oh, that rock is not movable. Alright. I'm going to assume these are, though, right? That one is. And that one is not. I do need to run this back down the other way. Let me just get that rock off to the side. Maybe I'll give the 18-wheelers another chance, but I'm pretty sure where they left off, they're not going to get up the hill. Just try to get this out of the way a little bit. And also let's grab this beauty. Is there a sandy area up here? There might be one over there. I think I'm going to keep it down here just for the time being. Because I may need to lay some more sand in this general area. Alright, so if we look at the infrastructure, it needs maintenance. Dispatch vehicles. So the first one's not an 18-wheeler, but the next two are. Trying to spectate. So, yep, sand alone is not good enough for him to get up this hill. Alright, so let's go actually right to this store here. And if we go to roads, where is the new paver? Oh, need to go to shop. That would be helpful. I think this is the new one. 6 meter wide compared to the one that we currently have, which is this one here, 4.9. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and get ourselves this paver right here. And what that driver just says is, I can't get up this flipping hill. That's what he said. I think we will just drive it over. Oh, wait, where is it? Oh, right here. Deploy. Time I get it on maybe the low loader and everything, just be easier if I just bring it on over ourselves. And really, if I'm going to lay pavement from here and also at the top, I may just lay pavement all the way through. It's kind of weird that you can unlock the upgraded paver at a certain level, but the roller that kind of goes along with it, you need to go like another 4 levels to unlock that. I'm pretty happy my PC can keep up with the heat. Looking at all my temps and everything. I mean, they're hot, don't get me wrong, but in the stream, looks like it's going rather well. Not dropping any frames or anything like that, so that's good. It is now 103 degrees inside my room. So this sand that's here, this is sand that's on the map, not sand I put down. I tried to level it out manually with the dozer. Tried my best. So hopefully I don't get stuck. So last time I tried to lay asphalt, I had nothing but issues with the rusty paver. I had to wiggle everywhere just to get it to lay asphalt. Alright, so I didn't lay sand here, so it's not going to lay asphalt there, but it should lay some more there. Yeah, they did it. I mean, it's the same company that does SnowRunner, and the SnowRunner graphics are as good. Yeah, the graphics are very clean and crisp. In my opinion, they're better than Farming Simulator. I'm going to get stuck here. Nope, guess not. I thought I was going to clip that bar, but... I'm just thinking how hot it is here today, and then laying asphalt in real life. How hot of a job that is. Hot enough when you're laying down hot asphalt, but when it's 100 degrees outside and laying asphalt, that cannot be fun at all. Okay, getting stuck here. I can see some bumps, but I swore I'd level this out with the dozer. Again, I don't think the entire road would need to be asphalt, but if I want to do the bottom half and the top half, might as well do it all. Okay, that bump might be a problem. Yeah, but we're going to go right over it, apparently. Oh, I do got a fan going. I actually got multiple fans going. Yeah, gotta wiggle a little bit. We're getting stuck on something. Alright, now we just need to roll it. So back on down to the harbor base. And I just got the rusty roller. Let's just have another look to make sure. This roller doesn't unlock to level 19. Why level 19, man? Oh, and I can't even click on it to see its stats. Well, retain, confirm, deploy. Let's get rolling. Dude, are you asking if I live in Arizona? No, I live in the northeast of the U.S., if that's what you're asking. It's basically like a 2 or 3 day heat wave with temperatures we probably haven't seen in years. And by the end of the week, temperatures will be like 35 degrees cooler than what they are now, Fahrenheit-wise. I do have a couple of air conditioner units I could have put in, but I figured for 2 days, just man up and just get on through it. So with a wider paver and not so much a brand new roller, I wonder if I'm going to have to make 2 passes on this. And I probably should mention, I know some of you are here that are interested, but we did end Dark Forest on Farming Simulator 25 yesterday. And I'm like 95% sure what map I'm going to go to and what I'm going to do, but I'm not going to announce anything as of yet. But I do have something picked out. So I'm probably going to have to make 2 passes with a roller. Then once we get this infrastructure up and going, I'm sure Kelly's going to chime in. But I may do a little bit more scouting over where a scout is on the eastern side of this map, just to see what's over there. Unless Kelly gives us something really interesting we can do, or maybe some quick jobs. $74 up in the northwest. Yeah, by Friday it's only supposed to be like 65 here, so quite a temperature change. Yeah, the farmers have had a rough time of up here this year because it's been a very wet spring and early summer. So I think some farmers, I don't know if they're just gave up on the year or they're still waiting to plant their corn, but I know some farmers have planted, but some have not. If our 18-wheelers cannot get up through here now, I don't know. Might have a little problem once they get right at the final 50 meters or so up by the garage, or whatever you want to call it, because I didn't put sand all the way down. But this is definitely the longest road I've had to make so far in RoadCraft. As you know, if you've been watching all the live streams we've been doing, I'm not one for creating roads. I just try to go with what the map already gives us and try to make it work. I mean, this road that we're putting in should be good for almost any vehicle at this point. But I'm sure RoadCraft will throw a wrench in the system and say, yeah, it's not good enough for this vehicle, though. It kind of brings me back to the construction simulator days. You almost know that the 18-wheeler's gonna have a hard time up here. Alright, now let's do the other side. Would have been nice to have the bigger roller, but maybe the bigger roller still wouldn't be big enough. course, the vehicles haven't even been up this far, not even remotely close to being up this far, so I still may have to adjust the route as it gets up here. At least they're still pumping oil. We still got a lot of main objectives to get done in this map. I think when we were logging in, I think we got like 13 more. Not many side missions, but we got like 13 more main missions to get to. Hope a train doesn't need to use these railroad tracks. Well, I guess they're not really there. As I started to look even closer, I'm like, wait a minute, they're not really there. Just where the road is. I can see the end. I feel like, though, the trucks may get all the way up to the end. They're just going to have a hard time where those rocks are. Alright, let's just get this kind of out of the way. Alright, infrastructure. Hopefully the 18-wheeler spawns mostly on the asphalt. They're kind of spawning off to the side. But once they get back centered, should be good to go. All right, now we're moving. We're moving to the grooving. Other truck should be fine as well. Just needs to get both wheels on it. Once it gets momentum, if it happens to go off a little bit, I don't think it'll be an issue. So I try to keep an eye on our vehicles that may give us trouble, because I want to see if they fail, how they fail, so we can adjust accordingly. All right, kind of go off-road there a bit. So that probably could use some adjusting on their paving. And also there a bit. We're going off kilter. Yeah, that needs to be fixed, but I probably should have caught that beforehand. I'm going to wait for this truck to get up to a certain distance. That way it check marks it green. Alright, so open this up and bring this to here. Bring this to there. We'll add a waypoint. Bring that to there. And I may even, while we're here, of course, if I adjust this, it's going to bring them back to here, but that's fine. All right, so they'll start back here now. And we'll click on the first 18-wheeler when it spawns. A little concerned at the corner that the truck is in front of us, where they're turning there, if we're going to turn at a good angle or not for an 18-wheeler. But it seems like it will work just fine. Did spin its wheels a little bit in a dip there, but well, the first truck has made it in. The question is, will the 18-wheeler be able to wiggle its way in there? Probably should have moved the dump truck. I mean, oh, that truck's not going to make it. All right, I should probably just go grab some sand and put it down there for them. Oh, the route's not going to get complete because the third truck's not going to make it in. Okay, so I'm going to have to set up this again. Is this... Oh, it completed! Kick back and enjoy the show.
Yay! The canyon gas holder is back in action. Sadly, we need to secure a lot more gas containment capacity before we can hope for a break. With that in mind, be the good sport that you always are and head north. You can check the last gas holder in the steel beams facility and then find a nice spot for a new operating base, preferably by the river. Scenic views and ease of transport all in one.
Well, my ears perked up when I heard another base. What kind of cars or vehicles are coming up on this route now? I kind of forgot. Where did they start? Ah, it's more 18-wheelers. They may have an issue crossing here. I'm not too sure, but we'll just let them go. So, yeah, I need to go up to here. The thing is, my scout vehicle is way the heck over here. So maybe we'll just keep going over and see what that brings us to. We'll track this. I'm not sure if I'll get a way to cut back over or not, but that might be our new headquarters or facility. We'll have to wait and see. So let's jump into here. And see what this road brings us to and what we might find along the way. Basically, I'm just going to kind of go where the road is kind of showing me where I should be going. Yeah, don't be surprised if that route we just completed happens to fail. But at least it's just going to be like minor touch-ups that I need to do. Well, getting closer to wherever I need to go to. I think I'll have access the route I'm going. Yeah, something up here does not have power. Looks like a pumping station. I definitely... I'm going to go up here first. I think this is going to be our base. But I'm sure once I explore it, Kelly's going to say, well... Yep, you got a base of operations here, but it needs this and that. Ooh, didn't even see that rock right in the middle of the road. Now this actually might be the steel beam facility. Okay, let's get over to, I guess, where our headquarters might be. See a tunnel over there. Let's see what we got in the map. Another sand quarry. Oh, I'm guessing if I shoot straight across, that might be my best bet to get down there. So take a left and shoot straight across. Or maybe not. Well, we'll dune buggy it. Something tells me they might want me to build a bridge. Because there's two ends of a road here. I'm not sure if I can build a bridge that far. Too busy looking around the map trying to see if I've been here or not. No, I have not been. Oh, river base is right here. Is this not the river base? River base, is that a side mission? No, it's not a side mission. Okay, but it's not unlocked yet, so maybe I gotta reach the other location first. Someone put that pole there just so I could run into it. Let's dip down through here. It looks like it's maybe a gas refinery I got to build up.
Good job. We're making some progress with the gas holders. Can't say the same about these other requests, though. I'll just tell you about the two most important ones. One is to restart the steel beams facility, which isn't too involved. Just restore its power by bringing a backup transformer to the nearest power substation. Then build a road to the facility's loading area. The other request is to plan a route from the nearest tunnel to the riverside gas holder, so that our convoy can get there and start the job. I know it's not too exciting, but it has to be done. So, thank you in advance.
I don't know. Seems like her accent's getting more and more pronounced there. I finally returned the extremely valuable container to the river base. Alright, so there's something here, and the river base is... So did I unlock the river base by doing that? Yeah, it looks like the river base is now open. That's good. Find the object. I guess I might as well just dive down in and find the object. We're here. First, I gotta find a way to get in there. You put the power pole in my way? Well, somebody did. Looks like this is where we're going down. A lot of stuff in here, so I'm not sure exactly what we're looking for. I guess if I get stuck, it's not that big of a deal because the river base is not far from where we're at. Kind of looking for, I don't want to say an obvious container. I feel like I'm going to get stuck in here somewhere by trying to run over all this crap. Oh, I think that's the container right there we're going to need. Yep. Surprise, surprise. I'll figure out a path one way or another. But probably not today. I mean, doesn't look, well, I mean, there's an access point there, but that looks awfully steep even for the mule to get down there and load that up. Recommission the steel facility, so that's... Is that the generator I gotta pick up? Oh, we can still see our trucks are making the convoy, which is good. Plan a route from the nearest tunnel to the Riverside gas holder. No rewards remaining on that one. So which one is... Oh, that's the one that's currently running. After doing all that, I don't have to bother with that one anymore. Alright. No rewards. That's Northern Tunnel. Let me cancel out some of these routes that are running that we don't need to be running anymore. This one is done as well. Alright, so we got a lot of infrastructures we got to do. Northern Tunnel. And this is going to... there. I mean, the tunnel down through looks fine. Depends on what it is. I do see a side road here. We'll give it a shot and see if this works. Of course, it all depends on what's taking this route. Well, let's see what happens. I think, I don't know if it's going to be, she said trucks, I do believe. But when she means trucks, she didn't say semis. So if it's just like good old trucks, then this shouldn't be too much of an issue, I would think. Oh, wait, where am I going again? Yeah, we're going in here. Let me actually edit this point to here. Okay, so one of these trucks, that should not be a problem getting through there. Is that an 18-wheeler? It is an 18-wheeler. Alright, so we got an 18-wheeler. Scout can do it same way he came in. Scout can drag the container out of the sinkhole. Well, we'll see what happens with this route here. Oh, we got a truck behind the semi as well. So we got, looks like the same setup that we just did. One of these trucks and 2 semis. That semi behind us is drifting. I just planed in a rough route, not knowing what was going to spawn. This sand might be a little bit too soft for the semis. Yeah, if this vehicle's having a rough time going through this, the semi is not going to. So yeah, we got 2 options. Either lay sand down all the way through here. I don't think a bridge is going to reach that far. No, can't run a bridge that far. Didn't think I would be able to. Well, alright. Duly noted. Where did I do? I don't think I can get up that. I'm not sure I can get out the same way I came in. I don't know how deep it is here. Well, first let's see if I can just go this way. If anything, I'll get it out a little bit. Or not at all. I think I'm kind of hung up on that rock, maybe? Oh, that's too far. Just keep ending up the same spot. Well, I was trying to get up the hill a little bit more. Yep, park and brake doesn't help on a hill like that, now does it? I think it's just a little bit too much for the links. Yeah, the links just doesn't have what it takes to get this out of here. The links almost doesn't want to get out here on its own. Chugga, 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 chugga. Well, just keep dragging it up that way if I have to. But I think it's going to get stuck on that rock. Oh, nope. Might come over the rock. Alright, hopefully it doesn't slide down the hill when I disconnect. All these loose rocks are not going to help me get traction up the hill. I mean, it is kind of coming up the hill, but then again, it also isn't. Too far. And yes, I'm on a rock. Yeah, I'm not sure I fancy dragging this out with a scout. I'm not saying you can't do it. Even trying to get it out the way I came in, I'd have to get over some of the containers and such. I'm thinking the mule, even where it's at, can almost handle that, I think. Yeah, the mule might be able to handle that. So, what do we got here? Oh, that's the one that failed. That's right. No rewards. No rewards. Electric field. Oh, I gotta get the generator up and going. Oh, I gotta build a road. Where am I building a road to? Alright, so I gotta build a road there. But luckily I can recall everything up to the river base. Yeah, so it won't be too bad. I can recall everything to the river base and get things over here. That's a short road. So that's not going to be too difficult. And connect electricity. But before I do all that... wait, which one is... No, it's the container. I thought I had to recover a generator somewhere. I thought she said something about a generator. Am I missing the job? That's the steel beams facility. Oh, that's the backup transformer for the steel beams to the... Okay, this is the job right here. So I got to pick that up there and deliver it to... Deliver it to that substation. Yeah, so I could take that road there. Come on down to here. That's not a bad route to take. For getting that up and going. But I think we'll have to do that next time. Because honestly, it's now 105 degrees in my room. It's just getting hotter and hotter. And I can tell I'm getting fatigued from the heat. But at least tomorrow's supposed to be cooler. So there's that. So yeah, I think we're going to wrap it up for today. I would say, though, not too bad if we go back to the hub. We got like one more infrastructure to do on Deluge, but that's going to take some work to get those cement trucks to the dam. And we got about 7% done here today. But I mean, it took a while to get that road sanded, paved, enrolled. But now we got a whole bunch of other jobs we can get to. So yeah, we got like 2 maps that are just about done. But this is a main mission one. That's why that one's not checked off. This is a... yeah, an infrastructure course I got to do. So we got this one here. I'll probably work on this one because that's a lot of just putting down sand, maybe paving. I got to do quite a bit of it on that road, which I just did here. So I may do some of that off camera. Not too sure. And maybe once we get up to like 85, 90% on this one, maybe we'll have a peak on this one. We'll see how much more scouting I got to do here before I go to Sandswept and get one of our scout vehicles to go to this one and start looking around. We did hit level 17 today, and I'm still over 300 grand even though I'm buying stuff, but that's always good. 1 more side objective and 8 more missions to do on this map is what we're at. But not a bad day for RoadCraft, I do say so. As we say, progress and getting jobs done is what we're doing, and we're slowly getting there. Step by inch by inch, step by step, however that saying goes. I kind of forgot right now. Like I said, my brain is kind of fried. But yeah, I'm going to jump out of here.
It's a nice change of
thanks.
pace
I kind of forgot about Kelly.
Falling apart here. I guess even sinkholes know better than to open under supply depots. Or they like taller structures. Like that newly built radio tower that got swallowed by one. That's why they had to reactivate the old one, which we need to fix.
Already did that, Kelly.
There's
Thanks.
no fixing the old things. And it's better just to let it go. Let's hope that's not the case this time.
Yeah, so Kelly likes to repeat herself on some maps. She does that quite a bit here. But yeah, I expect to be back here on RoadCraft tomorrow. For those wanting Farming Simulator 25, we just ended Dark Forest yesterday. And I plan to, on Thursday, get started on a new map. And I don't want to say a new challenge, but, well, new things we can look into. But yeah, I'm going to jump out of here. Appreciate everyone being here on a, well, for me, a hot Tuesday. Doing some RoadCraft. And hopefully I will see you tomorrow for more RoadCraft. But until then, have a good one.